Robert Van Royen last updated 14/28, September 3, 2017. Canterbury coach Glenn Delaney ahead of his team's Round 3 match against Hawke's Bay in Napier. Canterbury coach Glenn Delaney couldn't give a hoot what the form guide says. As far as HES concerned, Southland's dismal 0-3 start to the Mitre 10 Cup means zilch ahead of Friday night's Ranfurly Shield defence against the Stags in Christchurch. Of course, there will be those who will write off Southland and point out the defending champion Red and Blacks have bagged 3 bonus point wins, including last Friday night's 5,310 romp against Hawke's Bay, to start their campaign. Canterbury pivot Brett Cameron unleashes a crossfield kick against Hawke's Bay on Friday night. Again, Delaney doesn't care about it, nor Southland's embarrassing 4,413 home loss to Northland on Saturday. Read more. Cameron shines in Canty win door open for Cameron. Hooker hunts out match winner schoolboy star loving Waikato. That game on Saturday is totally irrelevant, he said. We know we're in for a hell of a challenge from Southland. Canterbury wing Braden Ennis scores one of his 2 tries against the Magpies in Napier last Friday night. The only thing I can say we're thinking about at the moment is Southland on Friday, because these Shield games are a bit different. We certainly had one of those experiences against Otago, when they put a great Shield challenge down and we had to be good to win the game. He's talking about Canterbury's 3024 win against the Blue and Golds last weekend, when his side needed a late try to flanker Jed Brown to rebuff a challenge from a side, who like Southland, are battling away in the championship section of the competition. So Delaney and his coaching team are again looking for their team to take things up a notch from last week's win in Napier, a match they led 13-10 at the split before blitzing the Magpies in the second spell. Canterbury first 5/8 Brett Cameron breaks out against Hawke's Bay in Napier last Friday night. There was lots of good stuff in the win, including rookie first 5/8 Brett Cameron stepping up in Richie Munga's absence and scoring 23 points, although discipline and decision-making are particular areas Delaney wants to see improved. We've got to keep driving and improving pretty much all the aspects that we're doing because we've got more in us, Delaney said, in an ominous warning to the rest of the competition. We're 3 weeks in and the program is just developing and the guys are being challenged to think in different ways. Canterbury first 5/8 Brett Cameron scored 23 points against the Magpies on Friday night. Should Canterbury defend the Shield, they will have just 4 days to prepare for their next defence against Counties Manuko Wednesday week, a week after 4 players missed the successful Shield defence against Otago with conjunctivitis. Lock Dominic Bird was pulled from Friday's match after showing similar symptoms. Delaney confirmed Bird's illness was related to last week's conjunctivitis outbreak, but said he had quickly recovered and would be available to play Southland. It comes and goes pretty quick. We've had a big week where we've sorted it out. We believe that in any incubation period that there was has probably got to the end of its life cycle now. While no doubt frustrated at not being fit to play, Bird surely enjoyed watching 20-year-old Cameron shine in his first NPC start. Cameron scored his team's opening try, landed 8 out of 9 shots off the tee. His only miss struck the left-hand upright and executed a sublime crossfield kick for wing Marshall Suckling to run on to and score. It was a clinic from the Lincoln University player, but it wasn't. What most impressed Delaney? The most pleasing part for me about Brett was actually defense, he said. I know he can attack and he can goal kick and he can run a game. But defensively he had Richard Buttman coming at him all night. I think they targeted that area as, right, we're going to get into this guy, but by G's HES courageous and he stood up. Delaney gave kudos to midfield backs Rob Thompson and Tim Bateman, and assistant coaches Joe Maddock and Nathan Morgan for helping his development, but at the end of the day, HES the guy who puts the boots on and laces them up and gets out into the middle, and we couldn't be happier with how HES developing at the minute. Cameron wasn't the only rookie to shine. Wing Braden Ennis, a standout in the midfield for the World Cup winning New Zealand under-20 team earlier this year, bagged a couple of tries in the blowout win, while second-year halfback Erinari impressed after replacing Jack Stratton in the second half. We did some good stuff in the first half, don't get me wrong, but we weren't playing in the right parts of the field, Delaney said. It just showed in the second half when we are in the right part of the field, and our defense is pressing hard, we can force opportunities for us to attack from. That second half was pleasing and some of those young guys grew nicely into their roles. Stuff.